New evidence suggesting that Kim Kardashian actually did hook up with Travis Barker has just resurfaced.
Hello, sweet thoughts. According to reports, Paris Hilton spilled the beans, saying that Kim Kardashian and Travis Barker met behind closed doors. Now go back to the period when Kim was Paris's secretary and was purportedly devoted to her. Paris claims that Kim deceived her in a typical Kardashian manner. The family is notorious for pursuing their sister's partners. According to the narrative, Paris Hilton and Travis Barker were spending some quality time together when Kim Kardashian abruptly showed in and broke the peace. Kim is said to have used her magnetic charm to entice Travis into a covert relationship, shattering friendships and creating a trail of broken trust. It would not be the first time that Travis Barker supposedly gave in to Kim Kardashian's allure. As far as we can recall, Travis and Kim had a strange relationship, and Shanna, Travis' ex-wife, has often called Kim out for having an affair. Surprisingly, though, is that Travis, who was before suspected of having an affair with Kim, no longer tolerates her. Does their dubious past together play a role in this? Or is Travis using his newfound animosity toward Kim to cover up his cheating scandal? Let's investigate. Shannon Moakler acknowledged that she wasn't depending on any reports when she accused Travis of having an affair with Kim Kardashian. Rather, she witnessed the pair of them deceiving her with her own eyes. Shanna stated in an interview with US Weekly, "I saw them, so I divorced my ex. I witnessed their extramarital affair." Shanna said that they were remodeling their marriage and hooking together while Travis was still married to her. There is a rumor that Travis and Kim became romantically involved when Kim worked as Paris Hilton's assistant. In his memoirs, Travis has also written about his meeting with Kim when she worked as Paris' closet girl. According to Travis' autobiography, he became close to Paris Hilton during their brief period of dating. According to Travis's book, I couldn't stop surreptitiously eyeing Kim and assuring Chris that, even though she was the closet girl, she was still attractive. He was telling about how he had looked Kim out while she was traveling to Amsterdam with Hilton and Travis. Travis claims that even after they returned to the US from their trip, he stayed in touch with Kim. They also went to dinners together, and despite the fact that some could assume he had a love relationship with her, he maintains that he was a true gentleman. Travis has often denied the accusations of cheating. He admitted, "I had a crush on her and we were flirtatious, but nothing ever happened." In an interview with Us Weekly, she was very courteous and friendly. "I simply wanted to act like the epitome of a gentleman around her." However, there's a crucial query. Why would Travis take such a significant action if it was all simply a pretextual hookup? An insider source claims that following the separation with Paris Hilton, Travis entered into a serious relationship in which things were really serious. But when he became serious and the females weren't interested in anything more than a brief fling, Travis was devastated. The source did not identify the person on the date, but based on the timing of the date, which coincided with Kim's remarks in Travis' book, it appears to have been Kim. This was after the Paris Hilton breakup. Travis also made reference to Shauna discovering what was going on behind her back in his book. She later ran across Kim at a party. He wrote, "Kim and I never touched each other," in his book. It simply wasn't intended to be. Fans speculate on their own reasons for Kim's denial. One admirer claimed, "She hates that he didn't leave Shauna for her and that he definitely slept with Kim. It kills Kourtney that she now has him." According to another fan belief, Travis fell in love with her and she used him to gain notoriety. Travis's book claims that Kim had been the one to initiate this intimacy, and he was only following her lead. He added that throughout his time filming Famous Stars and Straps, he extended numerous modeling offers to her. Shanna claimed that Travis had already had an affair with Paris Hilton, and that he had been close to Kim throughout their relationship, accusing Kim of ruining her life. Kim began serving as a model for his apparel line, Famous Stars and Straps, during this time. Shanna claimed that because Kim lived close to Paris, she urged Travis not to use her as a model. Shanna disclosed, We were trying to mend through that affair, that infidelity, and working on our marriage. However, he kept working with her. But most recently, singer Aubrey O'Day of Danity Kane revealed an old Instagram story that proved Kim and Travis were more than just pals. According to the account, on July 4th, Kim Kardashian and I were best friends. We were at Travis Barker's place while she was hooking up with him. He was quite cool. Insiders claimed that although Travis really wanted to commit to a meaningful relationship with the female he dated following Paris, she broke his heart by leaving. He can't even stand by her side because he despises dating her. Kim's behavior with Kourtney throughout her pregnancy has been quite unsatisfactory. Despite Kim's reputation for being aggressive, she ought to have been more understanding considering the difficulties Kourtney had getting pregnant. Kourtney faced several obstacles along the way to becoming pregnant, including IVF treatments. She even had surgery earlier this year to preserve her life and the lives of her children. But when Kourtney came home from the hospital, Kim decided to start a fight rather than express sympathy and concern. Instead of bringing flowers or consolation, Kim started a fight by mentioning that Kourtney's kids were asking her for advice.
Your kids have even come to me with problems that they have and how you are, so.
Is that helpful? You're like adding it into a fight to like have a side, like it's you and my friends and my kids and everyone against me.
This specific comment offended Kourtney since Kim seemed to be implying that she was a better mother than Kourtney. An expectant mother should never have to endure such a discourse. But even before this episode, Kim and Kourtney's estrangement have been smoldering. Once when Kourtney and Khloe were talking about how unwilling she was to put up with abuse from her own family, Kim interrupted and said Kourtney was the least attractive of the two. Even though Kourtney stated that she would not put up with abuse, Kim's actions went beyond simple insults. Kim was visibly resentful for Kourtney's wedding to Travis Barker in May 2022. Even with the magical setting, Kim didn't appear to be able to truly enjoy it, constantly diverting the topic to talk about her own wedding, which went too far. The thing is, I was really anxious when I caught the lengthy train and was heading down the aisle in Italy. I either looked back or just started to walk. It became especially unpleasant for Vision during Travis's son's speech. He got to his feet to thank Kourtney and compliment her on being a great mother, but Kim cut him off and told him to calm down.
When I was walking down the aisle in Italy, and I had the long train, I was so nervous that I was either gonna like come back, then I walked.
Few months, I've really gotten to know you so well and grown so much love for you. You look out for me like a mother and always have had my back. I really think you have filled the empty spot in my heart so well and have showed me great morals and have taught me so much. Together, you guys show what true love looks like, and it's truly inspiring to all of us. We are blessed to be around you guys, and the amazing energy you guys give to all of us.
A touching moment was ruined by an unneeded intrusion. Many fans hypothesized that Kim's actions could be motivated by envy. Noticing everything that had happened that momentous day, Kourtney made the decision to speak with Kim about it several months later. It wasn't a good chat, though. You despise us. You have changed as a person. We all discuss it. I no longer require you guys. Kourtney tried to talk to Kim about the situation, but she refused to accept her viewpoint or feelings and vehemently denied any wrongdoing. Kim responded in a contemptuous manner, dismissing Kourtney's worries with the remark that it's not that original. Everyone does it. Their tension simply increased as a result of this response. Kourtney conveyed her dismay, pointing out that Kim couldn't even handle being the center of attention at her own wedding. You can't take it when someone else is the focus of attention. You couldn't be happy when you came to my wedding. From the moment we arrived to the moment you departed, you voiced complaints. That's the main idea here. Let go of your inability to be content. You'd have to be miserable for me. The fact that I was the focus of attention couldn't make you pleased. Even with Kourtney's best attempts to encourage and honor Kim, Kim's behavior still disappoints. To make matters worse, Kim launched a campaign that was obviously a cheap replica of Kourtney's wedding idea, demonstrating her disrespect and lack of creativity. She invited Kourtney to the occasion, but Kourtney turned her down. Kourtney, nevertheless, used the occasion to address Kim's infringement on her idea. It's not about business. There are just too many things to worry about, and protecting your sister comes first. Just a legitimate replica of my nuptials. Everything I did seemed to be taking allusions from the 1990s, which is kind of silly considering the underlying meaning of the piece. It's snatching up anything in its path. It seems that there is always more than enough, or rather, an excess. It's never acceptable to just say no to something or decline something that doesn't make sense. But once more, Kim denied any wrongdoing and placed the blame elsewhere, accusing Kourtney of being envious. Maybe Kim needs to realize that Kourtney is a successful individual in her own right, and that she isn't the center of attention. Regretfully, Kourtney faces more difficulties than just Kim. Kris Jenner, her mother, hasn't even offered any encouragement. Kris failed to console her daughter when Kourtney needed emergency surgery a few months ago. Instead, she was away from the scene. Kris showed up with a film team, as if her work commitments took precedence over her daughter's safety. Supporters saw this as a normal action from the matriarch of the Jenner family, who frequently grabs opportunities, even if it meant using her kids' private moments to gain attention. But Kourtney denied her the opportunity to move forward. She faced her mother head-on and told her quite clearly that she didn't approve. Kris, who is used to things going her way, might have been taken aback by Kourtney's aggressive response. Supporters think it's time for Kourtney to break free from Kris' influence and declare her independence. Kourtney's decision-making process is greatly influenced by her newly discovered empowerment and confidence. It's now evident, in an unexpected turn of events, why Kourtney decided not to tell Kris about her first pregnancy. Like everyone else, Kris found out about the news online. Fans were taken aback by this deviation from the standard Kardashian household procedure, in which Kris handles everything. Fans have speculated that Kourtney chose a more autonomous route and purposefully excluded Kris from some areas of her life because she was tired of her mother's unrelenting quest of fame and notoriety. Kourtney has been hiding some parts of her life from Kris for a while, according to family-friendly sources. It's encouraging that the Kardashian siblings are starting to break free from their mother's strict rule, as evidenced by their newfound independence. A growing number of people wonder how long Kris plans to keep controlling her children's life or make money off of their pursuits. Kris needs to take this time to think things through carefully because if she keeps going in this direction, she could end up being more and more estranged from her kids. Well, maybe not from Kim, who seems to be acting just like her mother. Kourtney has communicated to her family that she needs space given the current situation. Now that her newborn boy has arrived, Kourtney wants to devote all of her attention to raising him, even though she knows Kris will try to take advantage of the situation. Kim appears to be looking for ways to usurp her sister's prominence in the interim. All that emanates from the dynamic between these two is toxic energy, and that is not what Kourtney needs right now. Love and optimism are what she really needs, especially as she gets through this important time in her life with her new child. These are short moments, and she shouldn't allow her family's arguments ruin them. The bright side is that Travis has remained unwavering in his support of Kourtney's decisions. Travis supported Kourtney's decision to temporarily separate herself from her family by being by her side throughout the argument she had with Kim about her kids. What are your feelings about this circumstance? Kindly post them in the space provided for comments below.